Okay, here's the help guide for assignment 6A. You have x to the second plus 11x minus 26 equals 0. So these are quadratic equations. They have two answers. That's A, B, C. So A, B, C, make sure your zero's there, which it is, and then go set up your discriminant. Discriminant is the square root. That's the math term for it. Okay. So B, we've got 11. So we got the square root of 11 to the second. Okay. You need that second parentheses at the beginning. 11, just close it once. X to the y, and then 2. Minus, then always a 4. Always, that's part of the formula. Then A is 1, C is negative 26. Close it once. You can close it twice at the end if you want. Okay, 15, definitely not a decimal, so we're going to factor it. Okay, so greatest common factor. And then my table. GCF is 1, so 1 times negative 26 is negative 26, so it's a positive by a negative, and we're adding to try to get plus 11. 126, nope. Divide by 2, you get 13. That's negative 11, okay? So that's the right pair, but we need to change the signs, plus, minus. So A is a 1, nice, so I can just get rid of the 1. So I only need 2 parentheses, okay? XX minus 2 plus 13 to get to my F1, F2, that's all it takes. So x minus 2 could equal 0, x plus 13 equals 0. So I add 2, I get 2, I minus 13, and I get negative 13. 2 and negative 13. Okay, number 2. Negative 4x to the second plus 16 equals 0. So there's 2 answers. So that's an A, there's no B, that's a C. So without that B, I don't need boxes, okay? There's no B. I just do the opposite of plus 16. Do the opposite of times negative 4, divide by negative 4. And we're to 4, x to the second equals 4. Negative divided by negative is a positive. What's square root of 4? It's 2. 2 and negative 2. Okay, number 3. We have 3x to the second minus 5x minus 2 equals 0. So we got 2 answers. Got an A, got a B, got a C. So with A, B, C, we make sure the zero's there. And we set up our discriminant. So I know where to go after that. I don't want to go on a wild goose chase. Okay, so square root. Second parentheses, first thing we have is the B, which in this equation is negative 5 to the second. So I go minus 5, close parentheses, x to the y to the second. Minus, and always a 4. Then A is a 3. And C is a negative 2. Okay, so parentheses 3, parentheses negative 2. Okay, 7, that's not a decimal, so we go to the GCF and the T table, because I know that this is going to be this can be factored. 3, 5, and 2 is just in the first row, okay, so don't do it. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, so it's a positive times a negative. I know I'm going to find it because I did this and got a whole number. So add to negative 5. It doesn't take long. 1 and 6. Right there, that adds to negative 5. Okay? But your A is a 3. Okay? So 4 parentheses. Plus 1, x minus 6. Then that would stay 3x plus 1. That remains the F1. And this is both in the third row, so we divide by 3, and that's 1x minus 2. F2. Now I've rewritten that into factored form. 3x plus 1 times 1x minus 2 is equal to this, so I'm able to rewrite it. So 3x plus 1 could equal 0, 1x minus 2 equals 0. Minus 1, I get negative 1. Divide by 3, negative 1/3. And then add 2. 1x is equal to 2. Divide by 1 is still 2. So there we have it. Okay, number 4. 2x to the second power minus 14x equals 0. So we have two answers. This is A, this is a B. Okay, A, B. Okay, we make sure the zero's there and we just make the GCF table. Because that's F1, that's where that's going to wind up. F2's here. So we're going to rewrite that as factored form. 2 and 14 are both in the second row. And we have x, we have that x, so we got to go up and divide by 2x. So that's 1x minus 7. Okay, now you're ready. 2 times x could equal 0, 1x minus 7 equals 0. So I divide by 2 and I get 0, plus 7 and I get 7. So 0 and 7 are the answers. Okay, last problem, number 5. We have 5x to the power 2 plus 4x minus 7 equals 0. So we have two answers. Okay, that's A, that's B, that's C. Okay, ABC, set up your discriminant. Okay, so B is 4 to the second power, and then subtract 4 every time, because you know the B is 4 to the second minus 4, and then A is 5, C is negative 7. Okay. Okay, 12.49. Now that's definitely a decimal, so we go to we don't make boxes. You'll never be able to find it. You'll hit a snag. So quadratic formula, opposite of B, plus or minus d squared root, b squared minus 4ac, b squared minus 4ac over 2a, over 2a. So opposite of plus 4 is minus 4. Now the whole square root we don't waste time with because we know that that's 12.49. And then A is 5. Okay, so in front of that you got negative 4, and after it you got the 12.49. And on bottom 2 times 5 is 10. So negative 4 plus 12.49 divided by 10 is 0.85. Then negative 4 minus 12.49 divided by 10 is negative 1.65. Okay, and that's a wrap.